This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Hicks. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Hicks. Like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, and like the Siberian tiger that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Let's talk about it, man. So Stephen A. Snake has the unmitigated gall and the audacity to say that who? The what? The New York Knicks? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, So the New York Knicks, Knickerbockers, listen to their name. Their name sounds Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain. Their name sounds classic dope and tropo thing. Their name sounds ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetorics. The Knickerbockers are the team to beat in New York. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Hey, fucking see, when it's all said and done, we have to ask ourselves the delineation, the distinction of golf and the separation, and what the fuck is that? The Knickerbockers are not where it's at, man. Notice the terminology. Let me say this and see if this goes with you guys. You put it in the comment section if it sounds right. Where are Knickerbockers at? Where are Knickerbockers at? Where are Knickerbockers at? Where are Knickerbockers at? Does that sound right? Well, how about we say it like this? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made a fucking emphatic statement. You see how it rolls off the tongue? Where Brooklyn at? Not where Knickerbockers at? That shit don't even rhyme. You know why it doesn't rhyme? Because the same way that shit doesn't rhyme is the same way that team is garbage. It's the same way that team doesn't add up. It's the same way that team is not Transformers more than meets the eyes. They're not more than meets the eyes. They have a lot of shit that's left to be fucking admired. Because when we look at the Knickerbockers, they are a team that's basically rebuilding. Rebuilding is what the fuck it is. Re-fucking building. Because when you're rebuilding, that doesn't mean you're complete. That doesn't mean you have the prerequisites. That doesn't mean you have the full gamut. It means that you're rebuilding. Now, Julius Randle, a guy that KB24, KB8, Kobe Bean Bryant, he knows everything, has mentioned it in microcosm moments too. But we could say, and a double prediction king strikes again. And a double prediction king strikes again. That he knows everything. And Kobe Bean Bryant said that Julius Randle was going to be that dude. Look at him now with the New York Knicks. He is that fucking dude. He is the guy. He is the full gamut. Because just like KB24, and just like he knows everything, we know basketball at the highest levels. We know guys that have a full repertoire game. We know guys that have a complete basketball game. We know guys that have basically a full, complete repertoire. And when you look at Julius Randle, that guy had that. He could put the ball on the floor. All of these faker ass fans, pure fucking Beta Supreme Mama's boy, telling you about Kyle fucking Kuzma. On and off. Don't know if you want to be John Starks for a day. Don't know if you want to be a J.R. Smith. That's how inconsistent he is. He is so inconsistent that he is basically a double portion of inconsistency of both of those guys, all rolled into fucking one. Alex Caruso, who the fuck is that? Nothing but pure fucking Beta Supremes and basically what we say beta cuck males on the fakers. When you had Julius Randle, a guy that can put the ball on the floor, a guy that can score relentless, a guy that has power, a guy that has what we would say natural basketball skill, a guy that went through the KB24 initiation and rookie initiation. Kobe used to initiate these fucking rookies, dog. And Kobe said Julius Randle passed the test because Julius Randle got lashed the fuck up. That's right, KB lashes everyone up. He got his ass done the fuck up. But Kobe liked the relentlessness. Kobe liked the fact that he kept coming back for more. Kobe liked the fact that this guy was improving and he was basically going through a maturation process of maturing, and his game got more developed. His game got more basically put together. His game got more comprehensive. His game got basically more expansive. And then the fakers go out and get rid of that guy. It's a things that make you say. It's a things that make you say, Now, if they would add him with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, I'm not going to front. Now, the fakers, you can actually call them the Lakers. Let me say it again, because what I said was so deep and profound. let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. If you had Julius Randle with Anthony Davis, along with LeBron James, now they're no longer the fakers, they're actually the Lakers. So watch the fakers go and listen to this video and try to see if they can fucking get Julius Randle. They'll do it, because He Knows Everything's always on the thumb, the needle, the wave, and the curve of the damn situation. You watch a He Knows Everything video as an NBA GM, you will fucking learn basketball at the highest level. You will learn basically how to govern your affairs. You will learn how to basically generate your team. You will basically learn how to get your team from ground zero all the way up to Z, all the way up to fucking Pluto. All you got to do is watch He Knows Everything to the T, listen to him, adhere to him, and follow everything that he says line upon line and precept upon precept, and you basically on rocky foundation, dog. Because rocky foundation is never shaking or breaking. This is not no sandy foundation that ultimately leads to fucking quicksand. So He Knows Everything has to tell you guys this in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat fashion. That the Knickerbockers, they not touching the damn Brooklyn Nets. Who do you got outside of Julius Randle that can hang with Kevin Durant? And Julius Randle himself can't even hang with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle. He's Mr. Durantula, dog. You remember that nickname? Easy Sniper Money now. The Slim Reaper iteration. The Mr. Do Me and I Chill. The natural order of basketball restorer, or the guy who comes to restore the natural order of basketball. You got Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew, razzling and dazzling iteration, a contrarian true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics. You got James Harden, a Tony Romo, aka Zab Judah iteration in the playoffs. But he is probably the greatest six man ever to ever lace it up. Probably one of the greatest third options to ever play the game of basketball. We got Blake Griffin, who's a Lob City pure fucking beta supreme, but bend the proverbial fucking knee, kissed the ring while he was at it when Kevin Durant said, come play for the Brooklyn Nets. And now he's going to touch an NBA ring. This is what you had, and we had LaMarcus Aldridge, but obviously he had the irregular heart, so he had to retire. And, you know, my heart goes out to him, you know what I'm saying? Your health is your number one wealth, so you got to take care of your health first. So I ain't mad at you, brother. This is what we had. If we had LaMarcus Aldridge, we'd be so unstoppable, but now we are nigh unstoppable. Basically nigh invincible. And you mean to tell me Knickerbockers? With who? Him? And what? Another fucking rookie that they said was going to be better than Zion Williamson? RJ Barrett, isn't that his fucking name? Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere. What? Hey, fuck. Gosh. When it's all said and done, we have to ask ourselves a delineation, a distinction, a gulf, and a separation. There's a reason why the Knickerbockers have struggled as long as they have. There's a reason why that outside of Walt Frazier and outside of the 70s, the Knicks have not won shit that was reminiscent of a fucking title. Patrick Ewing was a fucking dud of a choker. What else have the Knicks done outside of just lose? Even when they had Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell and those guys, you know, Larry Johnson. I mean, they went to the NBA Finals. They lost to the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks have been a consistency of fucking failures. So what is Stephen A. Snake talking about, man? Tell me a time when the Knicks have won some shit outside of the 70s. Maybe it's because Phil Jackson and Pat Riley were both on those teams, and they probably had something to do with it. They probably sprinkled their succession on there, because those guys ended up winning buku amount of titles, man. What, Phil Jackson 11, Pat Riley 7? Yeah, maybe it had something to do with that. Or could it just be as simple as this? That the Knickerbockers are what they are. The Knicker fucking Boxers. Listen to their name, Knickerbockers. It sounds pure fucking beta supreme. It sounds like a beta cuck male name. But when we think of the Nets, everything they putting in the basketball is a fucking net. What He Knows Everything said was so deep and profound. So hear him and hear him fucking well. They call them the Brooklyn Nets. So everything they putting in that basket is going to be a fucking net. That's the cool part. That's the control fashion. When Stephen A. Snake reaches in snakery fashion, in LBJ Riders media fashion, in LBJ Brigade fashion, in LBJ apologist fashion, in LBJ stands fashion, to fix his rabbit ass mouth to say in his own fucking mouth that when it's all fucking said and done, that the Knickerbockers, listen to the Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain, listen to the classic Doden Troglodyte name, listen to the ultra fucking fanboy with the ultra fucking fanboy rhetoric name, and say that they will beat, or they are the team in New York over where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at. When Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made an emphatic fucking statement. What it's telling you is as simple as this: that Stephen A. Smith, or Stephen A. Snake, has a personal vendetta, a personal issue, and a personal problem with Kevin Durant. That's the cold-hearted. That's the control fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Diggs. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Diggs. When it's all said and done, man, it's really fucking simple. Where Brooklyn is at is where Brooklyn is at. CROOKLYN'S finest is in the fucking building, and they're here to stay for the next 3 to 4 years. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the control fashion. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.